My name is Alara. I never believed in curses, not until the day I found the chest. It started when I inherited my late uncle's house, a lonely, creaking mansion on the edge of a forgotten village. He'd been a collector of strange things, and the locals said he dabbled in old secrets, whatever that meant. I didn't listen. I just needed somewhere quiet to live after everything that happened last year. The first few days were peaceful. The house was old but charming, the kind of place that smelled like dust and rain-soaked wood. But on the third night, I found it, the chest. It was hidden behind a rotted curtain in the attic. Dark oak, reinforced with blackened metal. Its surface carved with symbols I didn't recognize. The lock was twisted and rusted, but when I brushed my fingers across it, a low hum rose from within, like something breathing, softly, waiting. I should have walked away. I should have left it sealed. But curiosity, it always wins. When I pried it open, the air shifted. The light from my lantern flickered violently, and the temperature dropped so fast that my breath turned to mist. Inside, instead of treasure or papers, there was only one thing, a small black mirror, smooth as glass but darker than night. The moment I touched it, whispers filled the attic. They weren't loud, just barely audible, but they spoke my name again and again in voices that weren't my own. Alara, you opened it. I dropped the mirror and stumbled back, my heart pounding. The chest slammed shut on its own. When I looked again, the mirror was gone, and that night, the house began to breathe. The following morning, I could barely think. Sleep had abandoned me, replaced by a gnawing unease. The chest remained in the attic, as if mocking me, yet the black mirror was gone. It wasn't supposed to leave, yet it had. That day, I explored the house more carefully, looking for clues about the chest. Behind a false panel in the library, I discovered a stack of journals belonging to my uncle. The entries were filled with obsessions about objects that remember souls and keys to the unseen. One passage stood out. The chest chooses its owner. To open it is to invite the past, present, and future to collide. Beware, for what is inside can never be returned. I laughed nervously. Of course, I thought, just old man superstitions. But by nightfall, the house began to change. Shadows moved without light. Doors I had never opened before creaked as if something or someone was walking through them. And the whispers returned, low and urgent. Alara, do not ignore us. I realized then that the chest hadn't just held the mirror, it had released it. And with it, a fragment of something alive. Something that wanted attention. I needed answers, but fear rooted me to the spot. Over the next few days, I researched the symbols on the chest, scouring every library and online archive I could find. They spoke of ancient rituals, of objects capable of trapping human will, of mirrors that could reflect not just your face, but your soul. One night, I was pulled toward the attic again. The whispers were stronger, louder, almost demanding. And then I saw it, shapes in the shadows, moving, almost humanoid, but distorted. The mirror appeared, hovering above the chest. Its surface shimmered, showing not my reflection, but a dark corridor lined with figures I couldn't identify. The voices spoke as one. You opened the chest. Now the debt must be paid. Panic surged through me. I tried to step back, but the attic door slammed shut on its own. The chest rattled violently, as if something inside it was struggling to break free. I understood the truth. The chest was not cursed merely by superstition. It was a prison, and by opening it, I had released what was trapped. I knew there was only one way to end it, to face whatever had been released. Trembling, I approached the mirror. The reflections of the shadows became clearer, forming a woman with hollow eyes and a frozen smile, reaching toward me. The whispers grew into a scream that filled the room. Summoning every ounce of courage, I picked up the black mirror and held it tightly. The woman's eyes locked with mine, and I heard her story. Centuries ago, she had been trapped inside objects like this chest by a sorcerer seeking immortality. Every owner who opened a cursed container allowed her a brief moment in the world, but also chained them to her fate. With a sudden resolve, I remembered my uncle's journals. He had written of a ritual to return the trapped soul. I followed his instructions, speaking the words aloud, pouring my will into the mirror, and commanding her to rest. The attic went silent. The shadows retreated. The chest locked itself shut, its surface cold and lifeless. And the mirror, it shattered, black shards scattering across the floor. For the first time in days, I breathed. The house was quiet, but the memory of the chest, the whispers, and the shadowy woman lingered. I knew I would never forget the cursed chest, nor the cost of curiosity. Thank you for listening to my story. If it captivated you, please subscribe, like, and share this video. I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world.